Don't call it a comeback. The Chiefs come marching in and breeze past the Saints. And who's going to win the AFC South? This is Raising the Bar. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Raising the Bar. This is your host, Anthony, and here with me to raise the bar is Marlon, Andrew, and Willie. What's up, boys?
What's up, man? What's going on?
What up?
Let's get it, boys. Let's do a little pregame. All right, Tampa Bay versus Atlanta. Who's gonna start off with that one?
I will, since I picked Atlanta. Man, I really thought they had him. And Brady is...
We also thought they had him in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you know what? I guess
it
it was the Patriots. I figured different team, different outcome. But clearly I was wrong. And, I mean, it was a good win by Tampa Bay to come back and win like they did. I just don't know that they can keep that up against decent teams in the NFC. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like... I don't think you can do that against Seattle. You can't. I don't think you can do it against any team.
No team.
No team in the NFC playoff race right now. So not to diminish or take away from their win, but they got to come out strong in future games, especially in playoffs, and maintain that intensity inside the game. Because you go down early against other teams, you don't have a suspect Atlanta defense to play against, and a struggling, inconsistent offense that may score and that may not.
Yeah. Tampa Bay is because I feel like Tampa Bay is they're slow off the start. If you realize that they do that a lot, and which is why they've lost a lot of games. They did that to the Chargers, though. They came back and won. They did that against the Chiefs. They barely lost, but the Bears, which they lost. This game they should have lost. They were down by 17. Yeah, like you said, Tampa Bay, if they keep playing the way they're playing, they're not passing the first round in the playoffs. Whoever they play, it's just you can't start off like that. Which knowing Tom Brady, him in the playoffs, he changes, but
Willie's just waiting for Marlon to finish.
No, but I don't see them getting past the first round playing the way they're playing. I'm just not impressed at all. Even they're gonna get in, but they would probably be the team to play if you want to play somebody in the first round, in my opinion.
No, I just think that the elephant in the room is Atlanta, man. It's always them, right? It's kind of embarrassing too. Like I can't believe it. It's always them, right? But as far as Tampa goes, yeah, you guys are right. They start off slow. They have experience, right, with a lot of their players. But whatever the case may be, I think it goes down to coaching, really, because they obviously have the talent to come back and get the W's. But yeah, in the playoffs, it's not going to work, especially depending on who they play, right? But you never know. I mean, like I said, you can't discard Brady and leave him out, but it just seems like they're not ready to play. No. You know what I mean? Especially against a bad team like the Falcons. Yeah. You shouldn't go down like that.
You need to demolish them. Those should be not easy wins, but they should be gimmies because you're going to play. I don't know who they play the rest of the 2 weeks, but they need to win every game.
That's when you get your confidence.
Yeah, I think they have to win every game to stay relevant and play because they're like the 5th seed right now. Borderline.
I think they might be lowered.
They may be the 6th seed.
I think they're 6th seed. I could be mistaken on that, but Arizona's 7th.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they're 6th. They might.
Let's see.
They have to be 6th because Seattle is 4th. But regardless.
Yeah, they're the 6th seed.
Yeah.
They're tied with LA with the 6th seed, but they're the 6th seed.
And LA, that could cost that chest loss could cost them bad. But no,
They're embarrassing. And I told you, did I pick the Jets? No,
nobody picked the Jets.
Nobody would ever pick the Jets.
Of course not. But
Shout out to Tico.
But I told Anthony during the game, I was like, this is the one they might get their win.
Yeah.
Didn't I tell you we were watching the games together?
Yeah, and then I was like, they had it versus the Raiders too, but the Raiders came back.
Can makers.
Yeah.
But with the Bucks, man, they got to step it up for their own good. But hopefully, I think we all agree. Hopefully, they keep playing the way they're playing. We want to see them get out pretty soon. So
yeah, hopefully they draw Green Bay and they keep playing the way they keep playing.
Hey, I don't want to be overconfident right there because what they did to Green Bay in the regular season. I know times have changed and this is a rhythm thing, and things teams improve and then others get worse. But yeah, that was they had a little game plan against Rodgers.
Yeah, they did.
So.
Different weather, though, different type of game.
Yeah,
Playing
in Green Bay this time.
Playing in Green Bay. So.
All right, we're gonna keep going with Willie on this one. How about Indiana and Indianapolis and Houston?
We did our thing, man. We did what we were supposed to do. Great win, man. I mean, and
Yeah.
what?
Nothing. I didn't want to leave the team out like I did last time.
I don't get it.
Remember last time they played and I didn't mention it?
Oh.
You came over here with a rant, like,
Well,
where's
yeah, shit, we're
Oh,
winning,
man.
man. We deserve to be in the conversation.
of course.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
We just do what we do, man. Felipe Rios, man, doing his thing.
There you go.
Touchdowns, holding back on the interceptions. The yards ain't that much, 200 and something, but getting those touchdowns and now we're making
he
that.
threw more than Patrick Mahomes this week, so up to him.
Ooh.
We'll talk about that here in a
The
bit.
thing I
Don't
like
worry about
about Indy is like they're getting convincing wins. Like we won by a little bit.
I mean, they won by a touchdown. That's not a lot of it.
But
It's the same score as it was last time, or same point difference.
it. Like you said, Martin is better than Kansas City.
Yeah.
But Kansas City also played a better team.
I would agree
Very
with Willie. Indianapolis.
It's a
win
divisional,
a
man.
little bit more convincing. Divisional games are always tougher. Houston's not a bad team.
No,
Their
not.
record doesn't indicate
Their actual skill level.
Yeah. So I think they just caught a lot of bad breaks this season. It was one of those things where a couple games could have went their way and it didn't. So they're not a bad team. Indianapolis went out and had a well-balanced attack against a good team. And that's what you want to see. You don't want to see teams that are too pass-heavy, too run-heavy. You want a balanced attack because those are teams that are going to win Super Bowls or win games at least.
Yeah.
Not quite Super Bowls.
And to Willie's point, I think was it last week or 2 weeks ago. Again, I don't know which running back it was, but it was a completely
All
different
three.
running back. No, but one of them I saw on fantasy got like 18 points, like 2 touchdowns, and I'm like, who is this guy? Yeah.
That's what gives me my confidence with that team. They're
But does
obviously
that got to say more with the offensive line, you would think? Because those guys shouldn't be that good.
We have the best offensive
No,
line
they
in the
do.
league.
Yeah.
And
No,
and that goes to show you that like if anybody goes down, another one can step up.
Yeah.
And you just get people tired, man. I mean,
Yeah.
if you think about it, Phillip Rivers had I think 250 yards. It's not much, but he kept the ball. He didn't throw no interceptions. I don't know if he had one. I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either.
And 2 touchdowns. I mean,
No.
one of them was a weird ass throw, but
It's a
it
typical
was
Phillip Rivers special.
30-yard pass. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
No,
happy with
that's the
team.
recipe for them winning. The problem with that is if they get a game where they don't get the ball first, let's say Kansas City goes put up the touchdown. All right, they're going to play running, trying to get back. But if they get stopped and then they get a field goal and they go down 10-0 down, you're going to expect Phillip Rivers to start throwing, and I don't think nobody can trust
No,
him.
they have to
Yeah.
keep it close.
So
They
that's
have
the
to
problem
keep it
is that
close.
if they start off slow, it just takes one game in the playoffs to start off slow, and that's it, because Phillip Rivers is not going to get you.
And
500,
actually, that's what
400.
happened last time we played the Chiefs. Was it 2 years ago? We tried to do the same thing that we did during the regular season, run the ball, and then we went so far back that
Yeah.
we just couldn't do it.
Yeah, but the Colts are.
And T.Y. Hilton's
impressive.
getting back, man.
Yeah, that's what's really impressive is the emergence of T.Y. and where has he been, Because that's another threat. You have that threat there. That allows Naheem
Yeah.
Hines and Jonathan Taylor to run the ball like
The
they are
kid
because
from USC is pretty good too, man.
Wilkins? You mean the receiver?
The receiver.
Oh, Pascal?
Yeah, is that his name?
There's
He just got
Pascal.
drafted like last year.
Yeah,
Yes.
Pascal, I think he's second.
I think
here.
Pascal's a rookie there.
Yeah,
Or
he's-
Pittman.
Pittman,
yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good too, man. I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Oh, well, props to the Colts, man. Doing a lot better than what I think a lot of us expected. So, yeah, hopefully.
I don't want to see him in the playoffs,
I
man.
didn't say that, man, because I always said if we just had a quarterback, if Andrew Luck would be there. Like
Andrew Luck, but now you're talking top 5 quarterback.
We had
in
him
the
though.
NFL.
We had him.
No, but I mean, he wasn't.
That's why
gonna come
whenever
back.
he retired, it hurt because we knew what kind of team we had.
Yeah, because if you had Andrew Luck with that team with Marlon Mack that year and that offensive line, you could have won the conference.
Yeah.
I mean the division. Excuse me.
The division, yeah.
Yeah, and
They
the
could
thing
still
is,
win.
everyone's young, man. We got Quentin Nelson.
Yeah.
He's the best, and then we got a lot of players that just are emerging because of the function of the team. But in reality, Philip Rivers, I mean, he's scary to have, but he's better than
Jacoby Brissett.
Brissett for sure. So I'll take it.
All right. Now to the good stuff. Kansas City versus New Orleans, man. What possible Super Bowl preview or what?
No, go Pack, go. Duh.
Well,
Yeah, I'm not
honestly,
sure. Not the way Drew Brees was playing.
But
dog.
even
Yeah,
both
Drew
teams,
Brees had a bad game
City-
though.
Drew Brees was playing. Granted, he came from a pretty bad injury, but he was playing
Which
like
you-
shit. Man.
I don't know what y'all really. I mean, of course, you expect more from him, but he's older, man. I didn't think he was gonna have that great of a year, anyways.
But then you can't really be a Super Bowl contender that way.
Why not?
I mean, he was overthrowing people by like 10 yards. He was underthrowing people by like
Yeah,
5.
but that could also be that's a rhythm thing. But
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
realistically, I mean, this is probably the wrong game for him to play, to come back from, because I mean, you're playing probably the best team, and Kansas City's defense was actually could be to Drew Brees' fault, or give him a little bit of credit. They were looking good, so
And that goes to show you how good they are, man, because we watched that game.
Yeah.
Drew Brees was playing like shit. They lost by 3. And they really shouldn't have been down like that, because that stupid guy that he could have just picked up the ball.
Yeah, instead of a safety, could have been a touchdown. Yeah.
Pushes it
no,
out.
he didn't mean
And-
to push it out though.
Well, no shit, but still.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta execute that. Like, you gotta be
Yeah.
smart
Of
enough.
course.
Hey, I gotta
That
land
would-
on
that
it.
would change the
I
game.
can't
Yeah, it would
just
have been a
throw
different
myself
game.
against
It would have changed
Because they
the
would have
game.
gone 14-14 and the Saints get the ball back
Yeah.
No,
at
the
the
Saints
beginning.
scored
the Saints scored a
touchdown.
touchdown coming off the coming out.
That's what I'm saying. So it would have been, what, 21-14?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Maybe I'm just being biased, but I never was. Well, I never cared, right? But I was never worried that the Chiefs were gonna lose the game. Like, I just didn't feel like the Saints had a chance. I never felt that they did. I don't know if you got that feeling.
I believe they did.
I did. I picked the Saints. I thought. I mean, I didn't.
Yeah, but like even when the Saints went up 16-14, I literally thought, all right, Mahomes gonna go get. He's gonna go get a touchdown. Like, it's just. It seems like those guys.
Because
they
he's
don't-
that good, but dude, they got a lot of close games.
Yeah.
Playoffs, the ball's not gonna roll your way.
That's it. One game. Well, the reason why I had New Orleans picked, I just thought they were going to be able to keep pace with Kansas City and maybe get that last score
offensively.
That's
But they,
I mean,
they
with
good
Drew Brees before he got
defense.
hurt.
Before he got hurt.
Drew Brees before he got hurt, they were scoring just as many points as Kansas City were per game, and their defense is actually a good defense. Now, I didn't expect them to go out there and stop Kansas City, but I expected them to make a play or two just when they needed it, and tip the game in their favor, maybe a little bit, give them a chance to go in on and win it.
I mean, it's never
So-
a bad pick to go with New Orleans, right? New Orleans could be any team in the NFL, but I think it just proves the same thing we said last week. Kansas City it just
The
gives
thing
me
that's
that feeling
scary
that they're
about
not
that,
even like trying. They
Kansas
still go out and win.
Kansas City was missing 2 offensive linemen.
Yeah.
So that's why, remember I told you about number 91? He was having a hell of a game. He's punking that boy. Whoever was supposed to block him, he was getting to Patrick Mahomes, making him feel uncomfortable. But
Cameron Jordan?
I didn't know.
Cameron Jordan before he got ejected.
No. It's a white boy with long hair. I mean, I don't want to.
He's the one that missed the.
Yeah,
the
the
tackle
exactly,
when they
that
scored a
guy, yeah.
touchdown.
Exactly, that's the same
Speaking
guy.
of
He was
that,
having a hell of a game.
He was.
All of those boys in the defensive on the defensive line, they're tall and athletic as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, they can play, But I mean, like I said, I didn't know that they were missing 2 offensive linemen.
Yeah.
If I would have known that, I would have been even more impressed with KC, because man, they're still doing it with key pieces not in the lineup. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
so what? Go ahead and finish.
But now with the, I don't know what the injury is with.
Okay, that's exactly what I was gonna ask.
Edwards-Helaire?
What happened? Do you know yet?
Last time I checked, they just said they're still waiting on the MRI. You
Well,
know
it
what?
doesn't look good because
I'll
he
check right
couldn't
now.
even put pressure on it.
Yeah.
So he's at least gonna be out 2 to 3 weeks. You would think
Yeah.
minimum. If it's a sprained knee, it has to be 2 to 3 weeks, and he can't even put pressure. So I would
No,
think
it wasn't a knee. It was
Bell
I'll tell you
went
right
down a
now.
little bit at the end of the game too.
I
I
saw
don't
him.
think
He got
his was too serious. Yeah, but I mean, but now he's your.
But how
really bad.
big is that acquisition
Oh,
in the
it's
season
huge.
now? Like,
It's
imagine
huge.
if what's his name, Edwards-Helaire is out for playoffs. Now all of a sudden you have Le'Veon Bell
Instead of Damian Williams or whoever. Not Damian Williams, is it? Which Williams is it?
exactly.
Bueller. Bueller.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it just says believed to have suffered high ankle sprain, which
Oh,
That's
I don't-
a high ankle
that's
sprain.
3. That's a month.
That's at least 2 to 3 weeks at the minimum.
But he couldn't put no pressure.
Yeah. So I'm saying, yeah.
But Le'Veon Bell, man, it's his moment to shine. I was saying at the beginning.
It says also could return for playoffs. So, I mean,
Yeah, it goes to show you how good that team is, man. Because and then their ability to just like come back every fucking time, and then any close game is like, you know, such a young quarterback already has that stigma of, oh, he's gonna come back and do it. He's gonna come back and do it, and the team believes in him.
Yeah,
like they play as if he had, like, I guess you could say, the Brady resume.
It's because Mahomes.
He's 24 years old.
Mahomes doesn't show you anything that wouldn't make you not believe in it. Like, he comes out and you're like, oh yeah, that guy, he's a baller.
Oh,
like, he doesn't show you anything that is like, if you go in, if you put me in receiver, I would probably think, Mahomes might give me 3 passes and I might look like a superstar today because he's just that good. And
he's a beast.
And he went for a run for like 20 yards where he like pump faked. Did y'all see that? He pump faked. The guy threw up himself in the air. He just runs. He like starts celebrating. It's just like that guy.
That one play where he had nobody open and then he's running and he's like, whoop, see? The dude goes by.
That was a hell of a play.
Bam.
Yeah.
Same thing with Tyreek Hill, man.
Hell of a play, yeah.
Tyreek Hill's supposed to be hurt.
He didn't get a touchdown. Yeah, he didn't get the touchdown where I think he stepped out, but barely.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I could not believe it. I'm at the jump zone with my kids, watching the game on my phone, and I was like, what am I watching? Luckily, they had the game with TV, so I just look at the TV and I see the replay. I'm like, man, like, that team is
they're impressive. They're fun to watch, man. They're really fun to watch.
Moving on. So let's get to these picks real quick. Picks for week 16. It is week 16, right, Andrew?
Week 16.
I think we got it this week right. Good job, boys.
All right.
12 weeks.
Minnesota versus the Saints.
I got New Orleans coming back with a vengeance.
Me too.
New Orleans as well.
Oh, wow. Drew Brees is pissed off right now. He's coming, guys. He just fucking said he's whack. He's like, oh, you're coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
But, I mean, against Minnesota, he ain't playing Kansas City. If they were to play Kansas City again, I would be like, well, they're going to lose again. But they're playing Minnesota. That has nothing to play for.
So we all agree on the Saints. All right. Willie? Saints, right?
Yeah.
All right. San Fran and Arizona.
I'm going to Arizona, man.
Oh.
Yeah, I got to go Arizona as well.
Okay.
Quoting a great man named Andrew
Who
last
got the
week,
pick
he
right?
said, I don't like the way San Francisco's playing, honestly. So, last week, I didn't like how they played against the Cowboys. So, yeah, Arizona.
All of us Arizona. Atlanta and KC.
Falcons for the first 3 quarters. They're gonna
I like that one. And we can do a bet on that. We could do a bet. For the Falcons,
can the Falcons be at least almost tied?
We could actually bet each quarter, man. Who wins each quarter?
Yeah, I'm going to give the Falcons quarters 2 and 3.
No, I give Falcons a 23-point lead going into the fourth.
Yeah, what's the handicap?
And then the Chiefs would still come back. But yeah, no, I don't even think it's gonna be close. I think really Falcons are demoralized now, especially with this last one. And Kansas City is Kansas City.
That's what I keep saying, and they keep getting in the games, man. I don't understand.
All right, so we all got Kansas City.
All right, here we go. This is it right here, boys.
The Broncos and the Chargers, boys.
Look,
all right, no, okay.
here,
Hold on. Let's start with Willie.
All right, and I'm gonna say something.
All right, let's start with Willie. Willie,
Oh, man, I have to
Broncos and Chargers.
Man.
Chargers, okay.
Unfortunately, I'm just kidding. But no. Chargers.
Drew?
I'm gonna go with the Broncos, and here's why.
I really want to go with the Broncos, but them playing.
Do it, man. Do it.
I just don't see
Go
them
with your gut, Drew.
My gut tells me LA.
His gut tells him.
Yeah, I think LA's got this one.
Yeah.
Especially the way they played last week. In the last couple weeks, actually. Yeah, I got LA.
Let me tell you this: Oakland, Denver, Kansas City.
Las Vegas.
Good job, Andrew. Correct me from last week. I like it. Las Vegas, Denver, Kansas City, divisional. We're going 3-0 the last 3 games of the season. You remember that?
I mean, there's nothing against dreaming, you know what I'm saying? You can dream all you want,
Okay,
homie.
I want to talk about the left.
We're gonna be
All right, hold on. I got the Broncos, homie. I'm sorry, but I got the Broncos.
What's 3-1? What do you want to do?
No, it could be, you know.
We're gonna do 1-on-1.
Yeah, we can.
All right. How about we save it for the last game?
Side bet.
Martin,
Oh, we save it for the
why
Chiefs
did you
and
just
all right.
take that one? You should have.
No, because I want to hurt his pride. This does nothing for me.
You can double or nothing.
Yeah, we could do double or
I know,
nothing.
we can do that.
What do you want to do?
These last
A
three
small
ones
liquor
are
bottle
pretty-
because we don't have.
Small liquor bottle. Any
next
liquor
week.
bottle.
Yeah, I mean nothing spectacular.
Okay, so if you lose, I choose the bottle. And if you... Wait, yeah. If you lose, I choose the bottle. If I lose, you choose the bottle.
Okay.
No, let's not do that.
I'm editing that shit out.
Nah, let's just do a 12, man. We're going to get fucked up.
All right.
A 12. All right. It's on camera.
Can't say that word on camera. The call.
All right. I swear, Tito. Shout out to Tito. Rams in Seattle.
Hell,
Here we go.
Seattle. All day.
Yeah, they're playing good, but the Rams are gonna come out mad. But I got.
Is that it right there? Two Seattle and two Rams?
No, I'm picking Seattle. I'm
Oh.
saying the Rams. I'm saying the Rams are gonna come out aggressive, but it's because Seattle. I don't know if y'all have been watching them play, but the last 6 weeks they have the best defense in the NFL.
They do.
Carlos Dunlap has 4.5 sacks in the last 6 weeks. Like Chris Carson's coming back, Seattle's looking good. You don't want to play them in the playoffs, so I'm gonna go with Seattle on this one.
Playoffs?
Well, this isn't the playoffs, so I'm gonna pick the Rams.
Nice.
Who do you have?
Don't worry about it. Who do you have?
Man, I might have to go with Seattle, man. I'm not going to lose
Well,
that.
there's-
Bar talk. Coach of the year, Flores or Stefanski? Boys? Andrew? Marlon, go ahead.
Marlon, go.
I think it depends. As like bad as it sounds, I would pick Brian Flores, but they might not even make playoffs.
Yeah, exactly.
So then you would have to go with Stefanski, right? So, shit. Honestly, right now I was looking at Stefanski because we just looked at the schedule and it looks like the Dolphins are going to get in because they have to play the Bills, and the Bills are going to beat them, and the Ravens are going to win their last 2 games. They're going to be out. So you can't give Coach of the Year to a guy that doesn't make the playoffs, even though that's impressive what he's doing. And next year they're going to compete with the Bills for the division. I believe so. Not completely, but they'll be there 1 or 2 games. But I would go with Stefanski just because they already made playoffs, man. What else? Shit, what else can you ask for the Browns, right? Just making playoffs is a Super Bowl for them. So.
Yeah, I mean, the argument for Stefanski is there. I do like Flores just because they took a team. I mean, Stefanski had they had a bit of a foundation coming into this year. Those players have played together kind of for a year. They're a little bit established.
Yeah. And they weren't bad last year.
They weren't bad last year.
7-9 or 8-8. I think they were 8-8, right?
Because they didn't have a losing season, but they didn't win a season. They went 8-8 last year. But what Flores did in Miami, and you're right, they haven't made playoffs yet, so it's kind of hard to give a guy Coach of the Year without making playoffs. But I mean, you go from that team from last year, and really, they did bring in Tua. But it just seems like they have a completely different team and a completely different way of calling things and running that organization. It almost feels like winning feels natural to them. And a lot of those organizations who are like, habitual losers, kind of
Who you calling a bitch?
Habitual.
Like the Jets, Jacksonville, you just don't. Cincinnati, you don't feel like those organizations know how to win or it's instilled in their environment, there in their culture. And it seems like he's bringing that to Miami.
Yeah.
Like we're expected to win, so we're going to win.
They play with flair now, which is cool.
But that goes to prove my point. I think Stefanski, like anybody that can put the Cleveland Browns in the playoffs, not only do you get Coach of the Year,
But they
you
got
get a fucking
Baker
statue,
Mayfield.
man. All right, statue of this guy. And you know what makes me like?
What's their stadium?
The stadium?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea.
Do you have no idea? Get a statue right in front of that stadium for that coach,
know
man.
what?
Right next to Jim Brown. Like, get rid of the Jim Brown statue and put it right there. Thank you, Jim.
Hit him
You
with
know,
that.
you know what's crazy though? It had to be the pandemic year for those motherfuckers. Like I feel bad. All those fans that have the paper bags over their head.
Yeah.
They can't
Like,
witness
hey
it.
man, you can actually come take those shits off now. Like you don't have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
nah,
You
and
can
you
give
know,
them to the Jets.
yeah, and honestly, if you
Was it, my bad, in Cleveland where they did like free beer for the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Yeah, when they did Cavaliers, but also like, what was it? If they win a game, they were gonna like unlock the Bud Light coolers.
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm saying.
They still couldn't win.
Okay. Go back. Primo, what were you saying? Primo, my bad. I
I
didn't
think they
mean.
finally won it. No, I was just saying about how they had Odell Beckham go down and it was crazy, and then now the way he's got Baker Mayfield playing, I think you have to give him a lot of the credit. You know what I'm saying? Because he figured out the way to spread the ball and run the ball.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you look at Chubb and Hunt
Yeah.
They don't mind sharing the ball. There's no ego in that team, and it's because I think the coach is doing a hell of a job.
I mean, I think you have to put your ego aside when you're finally realizing, man, we're in the Browns. Because everybody that goes to the Browns, you automatically think your career's over.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then you're winning, so you all right. Clearly, this guy knows something, so you have to put your ego aside. I think Odell's probably the only one that doesn't put his ego aside, and now they're playing better without him.
Which is what I said. Though.
Yeah, we talked about that some episodes back.
It wasn't only because of that.
No,
it's just that
I still think that they should want him back.
You're supposed to want the ball.
Yeah.
It's just they couldn't execute it because they were probably trying too hard to just give it to him, right?
Yeah.
Now, if he was to come back, you can't tell me he's not going to help the team, but he's going to see the success of the team, and he's probably going to be like, all right, cool, let's keep it going.
He's going to be more of a team player.
Exactly.
But
But whenever there's nothing good going on for your team, you can't just be like, hey, share the ball. Share the ball to who? We fucking suck.
Yeah. No,
Give me that shit.
But I think.
But now he's going to if he comes back next year, he's going to be like, hey, shit worked last year. I'm just going to come over here and...
I mean, he should, but with Odell Beckham Jr., man, you never know.
We'll see. But
Yeah.
it's up to the coach. It's up to the coach whether he just gets rid of them or
Yeah.
finds a way to keep that team going.
Like, you gotta be able to have humble players. Like, one guy that really, I can tell he's really humble because he never complains nothing is like Mike Evans. Mike Evans, even with a shit Jameis Winston and all them, he would always have crazy numbers. And this year, he didn't even have the best numbers in his team. Chris Godwin's got better numbers than him, and he doesn't complain. You had him on your fantasy team. There was games that he wouldn't even catch a ball, but he wants to win a Super Bowl, and that he humbles down. Because with Mike Evans, when he's at his best, he's top 5 wide receiver because he's 6'3", long. He has long arms.
But that's another discussion because I think when you're talented and if you're not winning the way you should be winning, which they are, right? But they're not for sure in the playoffs, and it's not perfect football that they're playing. You have the right to be like, hey man, you know I'm good. Like you can throw it this way a little bit more, you know. He just hasn't done it because they have Tom Brady. If it was Baker Mayfield, he'd be like, hey, sack of shit, throw that over here.
Yeah.
But you can't run up on Brady like that. So it's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Maybe. But, yeah, props. I mean, I think we all agree Stefanski just because they're in.
Man, and I would, honestly, everybody's talking down on the Patriots, but I think...
But if they don't make playoffs, then...
I agree.
I think, of course, he's not going to not win it or be number 2, but I think Belichick deserves a lot of props, man. Everything they've gone through... 6 wins, and they're probably going to get a couple more wins here, or even at least one more. With Cam Newton playing like shit, got hit with COVID, players skipped out. He didn't have a fair shot, and he still won 6 games. He could have won.
I wanted him to make playoffs, man. That would have been. I mean, I still would.
But you know what's so crazy about that? I don't know if we have time to talk about that or not, but it's crazy how everything worked out, and Brady's not stupid. He knew that team doesn't have no talent.
No,
That's why he got the hell out of there.
We all saw it.
The division got good. Like, I don't think anybody.
Yeah, but I don't think Tom Brady knew that the Miami Dolphins were going to come out of nowhere.
Nobody
knew. But he knew the Bills were good.
But we knew the Bills were good from last year. We saw them play in Thanksgiving against the Cowboys.
But if you really think about it, he got lucky. Because I think even with Brady, they probably wouldn't have made the playoffs.
With Brady,
not make the playoffs? I don't agree. I don't agree that.
With Brady, they probably have 7 wins.
One more win?
Yeah.
Then with Cam Newton?
No, probably not, but they probably wouldn't have made the playoffs either.
You realize they have 6 wins with Cam Newton that throws for 50 yards a game. With Tom Brady, you don't think they would have more than 8 wins?
No, he has no more supporting cast than Cam Newton does.
Yeah, the team is bad, man.
Okay, Cam Newton almost beat the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah. You don't think Tom Brady in that close of a game would have beat the Seahawks?
Almost beat the Seattle Seahawks. The game plan.
Okay, you don't think Tom Brady would have beat that Seahawks team at the beginning of the season if Cam Newton almost did it? Yeah, come on.
Well,
let's not disrespect Tom.
Yeah, there's your one. There's your one.
I mean, yeah, if you would assume that they would get more wins.
I don't think they would be competing with Kansas City, but they would.
He knew the team was bad.
No, but I mean, of course, he's not though. Okay.
Moving on.
Thank you.
All right, boys. Can the Ravens bust a New York Giants and make a run? They seem to be peaking at the right time. What do y'all think?
I say hell yeah, man.
I don't know.
The Ravens have a good team, man. They do have a good team.
They have a good team.
We didn't talk about that Monday. Last week's episodes, if y'all saw us like looking up a lot of this because we were watching the game, that a lot of people are saying is the game of the year, right?
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
The way they won it with a little bit of controversy.
Better than the Chargers and the Chiefs? I don't know. That was a good one.
So,
Props to Lamar, man. He had the runs and everything. He just had to go take care of some business. Came back,
he had to go
Took care of
take a
business.
duke.
and took care of business.
Only let the other quarterback get hurt and come back. Hey, get out the way.
Hey,
Get out
he
the
did
way,
it on
son.
purpose. He made a quick call. Hey, hurt him. Hurt him, so I don't have to worry about my job. And he
But
did
you
what
know,
he
we're
had to
talking
do.
about how good the Browns are. You got to give them credit because they beat the Browns and the way they did it with a
Yeah.
comeback, and
Yeah.
it was.
Props to Anthony and I for saying they were gonna win.
Yep.
So, man, the Ravens got a hell of a team.
Yeah.
That
By the
division-
way, I mean, just to put it like on camera, y'all owe us a 18, me and Andrew. All right.
got you.
Okay.
Next
cool.
week.
All
Okay.
right.
You heard it here first.
All right. Keep going.
But I don't think. I mean, yeah, the Ravens can
What's
make.
their schedule? What are their next 2 games?
We just looked that up. They're gonna win their next 2 games.
Yeah, the one that they should.
They play the
Jax-
Bengals
and
and
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Shit, man, they're gonna go in there with confidence, man.
Yeah.
If they're smart, they go out there
Which
and beat the piss out of them.
sucks
and-
for Miami because Miami has the head-to-head right now, or whatever you call it, the better whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But they play the Bills,
Yeah.
so
They play the Bills.
and the Bills got to win for position for seeding. So
Yeah.
So
that sucks for them. But yeah, the Ravens are gonna win. They're a team that nobody's gonna really want to play because when they're on, they're on. I said it from the beginning of the season. I can't trust a quarterback that runs before he throws. So, why do you think it was such a big throw when he did that 40-yard pass when he came back? Because Lamar Jackson doesn't throw good. Because if that would have been Aaron Rodgers, Mahomes, or somebody, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, he threw a 40-yard pass."
no, I mean,
Yeah.
the passes
Yeah,
don't
you-
come that often. I mean, they make
First
more
of all, he threw the ball and it wasn't a great pass.
than
The receiver caught it, broke a tackle, and then went and scored for the touchdown. So, but he came. It was all the the theory of him coming out the locker room or whatever. So that was cool. But realistically, playoff football, man, we've seen it. We've seen it with last year when he had his
That was his
MVP
first year.
season, and he
that
got.
was it was his second year in the league, but his first year as a starter running that team. I mean, I get the argument if he had been doing this 4 or 5 years and he's stonewalled the first game every playoff season or second game.
Yeah.
This is literally his first run
Yeah.
in the playoffs, and you can't.
So when he loses this year, what are you gonna say next
Well, then
year?
this year,
Oh,
then-
that was his second
no,
year.
and then now you have an argument. But
But you start getting
then you
that
can
stigma.
start.
But that wasn't because his first year he took over Joe Flacco's
Yeah.
because he was all of a sudden the next kid on the block. He was incredible,
Right.
and the Chargers got him out of here.
There's nobody that's really unbeatable besides one team, though. You think they can't beat the other?
No,
AFC
I didn't say they're
teams?
gonna.
Like,
They
can.
can. They
Yeah, I
can.
mean, they can't be
No,
Green
they're
Bay.
right. Look, the thing is, right now they would play. Well, I don't know what's gonna happen with the Steelers. Right? It looks like they're gonna lose. Well, they beat the Bills, so they'll
From
take
your
the
lips to
second.
God's ears.
But
They still no, they play. They
We
finished
play
the season
them
with
next week.
Do y'all?
the Bills
And I hope y'all beat him too.
Steelers play, don't they?
Because once
they
y'all beat
played
him,
already.
Both times.
Kansas City, number 1 seed.
Why would they play 2 times? They're not in the same division.
Oh, that's right,
No.
That's right.
If they,
The Steelers beat the Bills, so they would end up with they're gonna end up with the second seed more than likely.
okay, but if they
would
lose
play the
today,
Ravens.
what I want to know if they lose today, there's 2 games left, right?
Yeah.
If they lose today, then Kansas City is number 1 seed.
unless Kansas City loses
No,
twice.
Kansas City. Has,
But then they will have the same record, and we have the Bills as common opponent.
Kansas City only has 1 loss.
Huh?
You only have 1 loss.
Yeah, they just gotta win this next game, and they're.
Oh,
If
you're
they
saying-
lose
you're
today, if they
saying
lose today, if the Steelers lose today, and then let's say so that they'll have
even
2
Kansas
losses.
City- Yeah,
Okay, no,
they
yeah.
have 3 losses.
So okay, so they need to lose today, and then
Kansas
I need
City
the Colts
is-
to.
Well, Kansas City just needs to because they're not gonna win week 17. So,
Because they play the Chargers.
yeah, I know who.
It's a
Justin
divisional,
Herbert is.
man.
We'll talk about Justin Herbert. No, going back to it.
He
Nobody.
said, we'll get back to that.
Baltimore, of course, just because of their athleticism and Lamar Jackson, if he has a crazy game, he can beat anybody. The thing is, I just don't see him. They could beat the Steelers because I'm not a fan of the Steelers. I know that, but any other team there, I don't see them beating the Bills. I don't see them beating the Colts. Definitely don't see them beating the Chiefs. So, I mean,
Right.
so can they make a run? Of course, anybody can make a run, but I personally don't see it.
I mean, I don't think the Chargers can make a run, but
We're gonna do a 3-game winning streak. That's the run.
The lights got cut off.
No, I mean I think they're peaking at the right time. It's very similar or reminiscent to the 2 New York runs that they had when they won the Super Bowl. You know, they came in both
Or the Green Bay run also.
or the Green Bay run. You know, the New York, I believe, one year came in at 8-8 on the 6th seed.
No, they did.
They did. So not that that really has any difference, but it's just
That was the year they beat the Patriots.
the only.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if you already get that. They beat them both times.
But so I mean, I feel like they can make a run. They could at least make it to the AFC Championship, depending on the way the bracket falls. I think if they don't play Kansas City until the AFC Championship,
No, but that's not
they have a
because
chance.
if they're going to be 7, so they're going to play the Steelers at 2. They're going to win, then they would play Kansas City at 1 because
So
the
if the
highest
Ravens
would pay
get
the
in, can
lowest.
the Browns still get in or no?
Browns are in already.
Yeah, of course. Bro.
The Browns are in.
There's been times where like 3 out of the same division have gone.
It's because I'm confused with the new.
It's because now it's 3 wild cards, so
Yeah.
you can get like there was a while there. Some people thought the not the NFC West were gonna
East?
Not the East.
The NFC West, they thought that all 4 because Arizona and San Francisco were doing good, and Seattle and of
Because
course LA.
if you look at it, the Colts or the Titans are going to be a wild card too.
Yeah.
But they're gonna be the first wild card. So
And
they'll
we're going to
be-
get to
they'll
that
be 5th
right
seed.
now.
And then 6th seed would be the
No,
I lied.
The 5th seed.
Browns and Colts would be fighting for 5th or 6th seed, and then Ravens or Miami are 7th seed. For
Yeah,
sure.
which it's the last couple games for both Cleveland and Indianapolis. I mean, all of
Indianapolis got
actually
had
all of the
Pittsburgh.
wild card. Yeah, all of the wild card teams. Nothing's set, man. Though they could all change very
That's what
rapidly.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's hard. It's even too hard to say. 2 weeks out. So
That's actually our next topic, man. Titans or Colts, which team has a tougher road to being AFC South champs? Titans got Packers and Texans,
I think the Titans
and the
have a
Colts
little
have
bit harder.
Steelers and Jags.
The Titans have a little bit harder. Right?
I think
in my opinion.
playing no offense to Steeler fans, but playing Aaron Rodgers and the Packers would be tougher than the Steelers because they're gonna beat the Jags and who's the other team?
the Colts play the Steelers and Jags.
Steelers and Jags
Yeah,
and
we
Titans.
We have an easier
Oh.
schedule.
Who's the other team for Tennessee?
Packers and Titans.
Packers
Titans.
and Texans.
Oh,
Texans.
Okay, well, Tennessee will beat
Titans.
the
If I was
Texans.
like, the Titans play the
Titans?
Are we scrimmaging? Is this a scrimmage?
Are you telling me Tennessee plays the Titans? But no, yeah, I see Tennessee beating the Texans, and I see Pittsburgh beating the Jags. So then, who can beat who? And
The Colts play the Jags.
The
in
Colts play
last
the
game.
Jags.
regardless, they're both gonna win
no,
that
no.
last game. It's gonna be. Can Pittsburgh beat the Colts?
Okay, so you're saying it's going to come to either the Titans can beat the Packers or the Colts can beat the Steelers.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I think
And so what are you calling?
they're tied for record, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go with the Colts because I don't think. I mean, they can, but I don't think the Titans are gonna.
Beat the Packers.
So yeah, I think I would go with the Colts just because I have more. I think they can beat the Steelers. I think they would be the favorite against the Steelers, in my opinion. And of course, Tennessee can beat the Packs. Like the Packers, I mean, Packers aren't like unbeatable, but realistically, the Packers would be the tougher game. Plus, the Packers need a win just for the simple fact that they want to get the number 1 seed. You know, so they're gonna keep playing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the Colts on that one. I think they'll win their last 2 games and win that division.
So you're going with the Colts.
Now, what are the Steelers right now? 9-3, 10-3.
The Steelers are 11-2.
They're 11-2, so I mean, but
11-3.
But if
hopefully
they-
they'll be 11-3 by
If
the
they
end of
lose, they'll
tonight.
be 11-3, and if they lose to the Colts, let's just say they would be 12-4. Let's say they win their
11-4.
yeah, but let's just say they win their last game 12-4, and if the Colts win their last 2 games, they'll be 12-4, right?
Yeah.
So they would actually go on top. So they would be third seed after the Bills, right? The Colts
Assuming Buffalo wins their last 2 games.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that would be important for the
Yeah.
Colts to be third seed.
So you're going with the Colts.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, Drew?
Um,
Because we already know who Willie's going with, so.
I think the Colts have an easier a schedule. I'm worried as a Packer fan against Tennessee because we are notorious,
That
terrible against the run defense, and you have the league's best rusher there. So
We also have the league's best quarterback.
we do. So
Arguably.
no, he's the best.
Uh,
So I'm gonna go with the Colts as well. Just,
MVP's talk.
just
MVP's talk.
also, we talk about the Texans and their record, but if one of those 2 teams was going to beat one of these 2 teams,
Yeah.
it would be the Texans over the Titans more so than Jags over Colts.
Divisional.
I think
They're
the
both
Colts.
divisional.
Yeah, they're both divisional.
Yeah.
Divisional.
divisional.
I think the Colts. I think Colts easier route, and I think we're going to see them crowned as AFC champs.
Yeah,
AFC South
I mean,
champs.
I called that a long time ago, but I really
We can
hope
go
it
back on the
happens,
episodes.
but in reality, the only thing that scares me a little bit is that
The Chiefs, man, I know, dog.
They make Willie wake up at
No.
night and
I
cry.
hope that the Steelers really are just not really good because
Nah.
hopefully it's not something that's going on that
The Bengals
they're
are
going to have to
beating
catch themselves and they're going to take that Colts game as a must win. Like
That
we
Colts game
have-
is a must win.
But the Steelers have been having must wins because they could have kept winning and got the number 1 seed. That would have
Yeah,
been
but
important.
who knows, man? These dudes probably went to the strip club or something, and they're like, "Oh, Cincy, it's all good, we good."
But they lost 2
They
of the
busted
last
a
3
Dennis
games.
Rodman
That's what I'm saying.
with the Bulls.
But we've been saying, man, I've been saying it from the beginning of the
We
season.
know, I said it too, but I mean, it's just like I don't think I could have imagined what they're going through right now. It's kind of
Well, it's
That-
just completely different tales. Like we said, the Ravens are going hot at the right time. Well, these guys are.
Yeah,
they're
falling off.
showing their age.
Yeah.
Ben Roethlisberger. We said it from the beginning of the season. Let's see how he does at the end of the season because the games are definitely harder in November, December than they are in August, September.
Yeah.
And he's showing it. So
Especially
Exactly.
Pittsburgh weather. It's cold. You're achy. Yeah.
running game ain't helping you now. So it's not as pretty as it
yeah.
was.
I think it's we all picked the Colts here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I
like,
agree.
Pick the Chiefs.
You agree?
I
He's
agree.
like, I picked the Chiefs.
I agree. No. I
Chiefs,
do
Chiefs.
agree, man. I do agree because
You want to do a bet on that?
no. Last call. Ladies,
Okay.
30 seconds, please.
30 quick little seconds. Well,
we'll start off with Marlon,
hopefully
obviously.
hopefully this gets put out at a reasonable time, Andrew. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to our producer Andrew for doing his best. Well,
What was the name of your company again,
Don't
Drew?
worry about it, man.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry
Productions.
about it.
no, I just
We'll
wanna
see.
wish all of our listeners and everybody out there actually a Merry Christmas. I know this year has been a different one, a difficult one, and probably not a lot of people are gonna get together with their families just for the simple fact that COVID is still going around and it's scary. But just a Merry Christmas to everybody. The year's almost over. Next year, hopefully, God willing, would get better. So hopefully that we end the year right, start the year fresh, and go from there.
Drew.
Yeah, to kind of echo what Marlon said. Yeah, you guys stay safe. Merry Christmas. You know, make smart decisions. You know, if you want to have fun, but just be responsible about it. You know, whether that's going out.
Don't be a fool.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
Wrap your
And
tool.
driving.
Wearing
Yeah,
condoms.
don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. Wrap your tool.
Yep.
But yeah, Merry Christmas and
No glove, no love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Willie?
Well, actually, I just wanted to ask, everyone that listens to us and watches us. No, if y'all would like to hear us talk about basketball and about other sports like
Yeah.
soccer and Champions League's about to come up and the leagues and
Don't be afraid to comment.
or no, yeah, just kind of let us know what else you would like to hear about. NBA season starting tomorrow, so
Yeah.
we could probably try to throw it.
Well, I think next episode,
An episode like that.
we're going to talk about just the first couple of games, so how people are looking, people coming back from injuries, and
So basically, it's gonna be Marlon and Willie talking to each other. So
I'll just hear a drink. It's cool.
yeah.
but yeah, no, we definitely want to get into that. But like Willie said, just let us know.
Just let us know.
All right, and as your host, just like all of y'all said, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Just stay safe out there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for joining us for another episode of Raising the Bar. Once again, I was your host, Anthony, and with me was my boys, Willie, Marlon, and Andrew. Thank you again, and hope to see you next week. Thank you. This was Raising the Bar.